Hi, my name is Caren Shelley. I've been a Baltimore professional artist now for 15 years. I've been an educator in the private school system now for 11 years. I'm a ceramicist and a jewelry artist, plus I love painting and drawing. I teach at the Friends School of Baltimore and also at my best friend's painting company, which is called Paint Night Baltimore. I love spending time with children. I love what I do. I love creating, and I love the earth. Even as a kid, I've always been a creator. Both my parents went to the Merrill Institute. They're both artists and art educators, and so when I was little growing up, that's all I used to do was create and collect things and organize things and put things in piles and categorize and everything. But going on from elementary school to high school, I went to Carver and had a few very amazing teachers that encouraged me, the complete love and passion for needing and wanting to breathe, eat, live art and creating. And so after I went to Carver, I went on to the Merrill Institute, and I decided not only did I want to be a professional artist, which I am today, I'm a jewelry artist and a ceramicist, but I wanted to continue being a teacher. I went to Genesee School for my elementary school and middle school experiences, and I have to say, being in such a nurturing environment where teachers really wanted to be your friends as well as your guides made all the difference in the world to me. So I think that probably set off the path for me of where I wanted to go as a teacher. And then I've always been really guiding towards people, so I think my elementary middle school experience really influenced that. But I think going to Carver, having really enriched experiences with Mr. Schwartz, Miss Fall, who was my sculpture teacher, Terry McDaniel at the time, and Mr. Giordano. They were some of the most inspiring and most influential teachers that I had in high school, and they really helped to motivate me. Children are, they're open, and they are very sensitive, and they're still so hungry to absorb everything around them. And for me, adults intimidate me more than kids. Kids are still very much, they want to do whatever, they want to explore and adventure and be playful and be silly, and that's very much who I am as a human being. And that's one thing I really like about myself a lot, is that I can help bring that out in other people. So when I decided I wanted to teach, I started specializing in elementary and middle school art, knowing that those kids would really carry that. I think because I've had a really, really hard life, I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer about 7 years ago, dealing with that and some other current life issues as well as past life issues with family members passing away, as well as losing lots of friends in college from illnesses and things. Death really touched me. And so I think having to build up a light shield around myself as a person, and just trying to focus putting out the good that I see in people and wanting to give the universe is how I stay so positive. So to make ends meet, I'm also a landscape designer. Not only do I design garden beds and stuff, I'm actually an avid gardener myself. I love doing the physical labor part, and I love putting in ponds and digging holes. That's probably one of my favorite things to do, is digging. And besides doing that, I babysit, even at the age of 34. I just love hanging out with people's kids and getting to know them and play with them on the side. I also used to do reptile rehabilitation. I worked for MATS, which is the Mid-Atlantic Turtle Tortoise Society, and I helped with rehabilitating injured turtles and tortoises. And currently we have a household of 5 cats, so I'm constantly looking for strays that need attention and try to help them find homes. I'm really OCD, which is kind of a bad thing. Even in my house, I'm very much not a neat freak, but I like organizing things. Everything I have is from really personal to me. They're either things that were in my family or family members that are no longer in this plane of life. For me, I keep a schedule book. Otherwise, there's no way. I mean, even though I have an iPhone, I could keep my schedule in there. I need it more tangible, if that makes sense. So, and drawings sometimes make more sense in my planner than written words. So, in other words, my planner, which is over in the yonder, is my separate brain, which helps me stay organized. Chessie was the first cat Kevin and I found. We found her in Pigtown. My boyfriend of 7 years. It's almost like for every year I was with him, we got a cat. Kind of funny. But we were driving him home to his apartment, and somebody, it's not a very good side of town, anyway, someone had a dog, pointed at a little tiny kitten, and I freaked out. I have a Jeep Wrangler, so I drove it on the sidewalk. Pointed at the person, not at the cat, scared the person and the dog. I jumped out, grabbed the little kitten, took the kitten, and the thug was like throwing rocks at us and stuff. But anyway, we got the cat, and that's Chessie, and she's our little calico, so we named her Chessie Train after the Chessie System trains. And then the second cat that we had was Kumquat, who was actually the only kitty we got from the SPCA. Kumquat like the fruit. And then we have Coltrane is our little gray guy, and we found him as a feral kitten as well, living under a dumpster. In this abandoned building. We actually trapped him and tamed him with leather gloves because he was not very happy to be with us. But now he's a complete mush and actually sleeps under the blankets in the bed, which is super cute. And then the last two are the bobtails, and we rescued them as well. They were living in an abandoned car, like in the engine, and we actually had to like weld parts of the engine out to catch them. And then we had to tame them, which took about a month and a half, and now they're wonderful little buddies with no tails. On the side from being a teacher during the day at Friends, and then I teach painting classes at night, I do jewelry design, so I make a lot of my own personal necklaces and earrings and bracelets. I do a lot of festivals in the area and do teach classes to do jewelry making. I'm also a ceramicist, so I do a lot of clay tiles, Celtic work knot. Most of my family's from Ireland, so that inspires that. I'm also very much inspired by nature and the living world, as well as the forms that are no longer here. So I kind of focused on altars and reliquaries when I was in college, and started making personal shrines for people that had passed away. Because I am really sensitive and very much an empath, I feel like it helps to center me, it helps to calm me and it keeps me in balance, I should say, because I'm very much overwhelmed by people's emotions and the tasks of the world and just the pressures and sadness in the world. And I think without creating my own personal work, I would, I shouldn't say decombust, but pretty much close to it. It really helps to keep me sane and functional, I think, is probably the best, safest way to say it.